Hi there, accountants. I hope all is well, and I pray that as you're viewing this video, that you're in the best of health and spirit. This video will cover Chapter 4 from QuickBooks Online for Accountant, 7th edition by Glenn Owens, recording, operating activities, sales, and cash receipts. So upon completion of this chapter, the student will be able to do the following: add a new service, product, and customer, record a sales receipt, record an invoice for services rendered on account, record an invoice for products sold on account, record cash receipts, payments received on account, deposits, payments received on account, and prepare the trial balance and transaction by detail account reports. So in Chapter 3, we modified the company settings, added new accounts to the chart of accounts, and added beginning balances where appropriate. We added customers, vendors, products, and services, and closed the opening balance equity account. In this chapter, we're going to add operating activities like sales receipts, invoices, and cash receipts. Specifically, we will record operating activities such as adding new services, new products, new customers, new sales receipts, new invoices, and new cash receipts to the Wild Water Sports Company. At the end of the chapter, we'll perform some tasks completed on the Wild Water Sports Company on cases that are assigned. In this section, we're going to add new services, products, and customers. So to add new service and products, we are going to access the product and services section using the gear icon. And to add customers, we'll use the customers menu item in the navigation bar. So in order to start off, we're going to sign into our QuickBooks Online account that we used in Chapter 3. So you can actually bookmark this link. So we click it. So you click on the link and it's mentioned. I would suggest that you bookmark it. So that way, when it's time to get back, it's easier, because not every chapter is going to have the link, as we saw for Chapter 4. So we're going to put these side by side. We were able to add our company. So we go back to Chapter 4. So we're logged in. Now it wants us to click Reports, then click Custom Reports tab. So we go to Reports, our Custom Reports, and we click the trial balance to open the trial balance report. We set the to and from dates 01/01/2027, 01/01/2027. We select Run Report, and it wants us to compare the figure in 4.1 to our trial balance on the screen. So we see our total debits are $322,800. Our total credits are $322,800. And as mentioned in every chapter, there are details that you can read through. So you can feel free to go through each. So since we have confirmed that we are starting off with the correct amounts, we move forward. Step 3, we click the gear icon. Here we have at the top right. We click Products and Services, which is located under Lists. And from there, we select New, Service, and then we type Cleaning. This is already a service. Then it checked the I sell this product / service to my customers. So I sell this service to my customers. And then type 500 in the sales price / rate text box. So 500. In the description, we enter cleaning. Next, it asks us to scroll down the window and accept service revenue as the income account. So we want to change this from services to service revenue. And then from there, we want to edit the sales tax. And we want to ensure that it is not the taxable standard rate, but that it is non-taxable. So once we finish, we input the information. So here we have cleaning. It is a service. And just keep in mind, as mentioned, there are a bit of differences between the figures, but for the most part, the basic information is there. It is a cleaning service, $500, and the income account is service revenue, and it is non-taxable. So we save and close. Next it asks to click on a drop-down arrow to the right to save and close the button. So now we're going to add a new one. And this is an inventory item. So we could have just selected save and new versus save and close. All right, so next we add TIG 25ZX. And then name text box, and then click the drop-down arrow in the category text box and select boats. We type 0 in the initial quantity on hand. And we type 1/1/2027 in the as of date box. So 01/01/2027. And we select inventory as the inventory asset account. All right, so it asks us to go to the purchasing first. So we type in the title, TIG 25ZX. Same thing for the sales, TIG 25ZX. And then the price, here we see that the sales price is $225,000. And then it's $180,000 for the purchase cost text box. And then here we see that it's asking us to type in 1107 in the as of date text box, but we see that in this current updated version, it does not have that, but we have the inventory here, 1/10/2027. So just keep that in mind. There'll be no space for you to input that. For the sales, we would select the sales of product income. It is already there, so we keep it there. And then for the purchasing, the expense should be the cost of goods sold, which is already selected. So we have cost of goods sold. And then from there, we click edit sales tax and we click taxable. So here we see it's either non-taxable or taxable to standard rate. So we keep it as taxable standard rate. And then we click done. So here we see there's a partial view of the product or service information that it should look like this. And just keep in mind that we've already set up sales tax. So we have the TIG 25X. This is an inventory item. The category is boats. We have 0 on hand. The sales price is $225,000, sales of product income. All right, so from there we click on a drop-down arrow to the right of the save and new, and in this case we select save and close. So as we click save and close, we now see this new item that we've added as a product, the TIG 25ZX. And we see in this case, QuickBooks is letting us know, hey, we're out of this product. We don't have it on hand. Now it asks us to click on sales from the navigation bar. So we go to sales, then we click on customers. And from there, we select new customer. So the first name is James. Last name is Rogers. And the email address is j.rogers@gmail.com. And then in a mobile number, we type 805-588-1234. And in the company name, we type Performance Rentals. The address is 15 Highway 22. This is in Orlando, Florida. Zip code is 32807, country, United States. All right, so again, it looks a little different, but the key thing is we want to make sure that the information is the same. We have the customer name, which is James Rogers, but we want to make sure that the customer display name is Performance Rentals. The customer's name is James Rogers. Company name is Performance Rentals, jrogers@gmail.com. The mobile number is 805-588-1234. And we have the address down below, 15 Highway 22, Orlando, Florida, 32807, United States. We scroll down to the bottom to the payments section and we select net 30. So net 30 for our terms. And now we close it. So here it lets us know we've added a new service, a new product, and a new customer. Next up, we add sales receipts to record cash sales and invoices to record our credit sales. And just keep in mind, as mentioned, in each chapter, there's a detail section, and sometimes there might be some slight differences between what you see in the textbook and what you see in QuickBooks. There have been some updates, but for the most part, the basic information is the same. So now we move on to our sales receipts and invoices. So all businesses use sales receipts to record sales transactions on a daily basis when payment is received at the same time as the product or service that's delivered. Sales invoices are used to record sales transactions when customers are granted credit terms and given some time to pay after a product is delivered. So in either case, sales are recorded when the product is sold or the service is rendered. So this is the key thing. Sales receipts, that's when a customer pays you at the same time. Sales invoices, that is when we have to set up an accounts receivable because the customer owes us. So we continue from where we left off. We didn't close Wild Water Sports, so we are good to go. It wants us to click the new icon and select sales receipt, and sales receipt is under customer, so we select this. And we select the customer drop-down list. We can type in Southtown Water Sports. We see that it is not there, so we're actually going to have to create it. So Southtown Water Sports. All right. And then from here, select due on receipt for the terms box. So we scroll down, due on receipt. And then as far as the address, we enter 3333 Scott Futrell Drive, Charlotte, North Carolina, 28208. And we click save. We change the sales receipt date to 01/04/2027. We select check from the drop-down list of payment methods. So it would be a check. The reference number would be 6985. And we select payments to deposit from the deposit to drop-down text. So payments to deposit. So on line 1 of the sales receipt, we select Malibu Sportster LX. And we type 1 in the quantity. And then we press tab. All right, and lets us know that it should look like figure 4A. So we have the information here, sales receipt 1001, the location of sale 5500 East Colonial Drive. The payment method is a check. The reference number is 6985, and we deposit it to the payments to deposit account. Line 1, we have sold the Malibu Sportster LX. The quantity is 1. The rate is 52,000. The amount is 52,000, and the tax box is checked off. So when we scroll down, we see here the subtotal. We already have set up sales tax. So sales tax is $3,145. So the total amount received is $55,145. And we can select see the math to see how the sales tax was calculated. And as we see here, the standard rate is 6.5%. And that is how the amount was calculated. So we close this, and then we select save and close. Next, we click on the new icon on the dashboard. We select invoice, which is under customers. We close this. All right, and for our customers, we select performance rentals from the customer drop-down list. For the terms, it shows net 30. And for the invoice date, it is 01/06/2027. And the invoice number text box should show 1002, which it does as the invoice number. On line 1, we type in the Malibu Sportster LX as the product sold. It automatically populates as 1, 52,000, 52,000. We select tab. And then we want to make sure that the tax column for both boats are checked. So for the first one, it's the Malibu Sports. And then on line 2, it is the Malibu Sunset LX. So it's similar to what we see here. Malibu Sportster LX and Malibu Sunset LX. So we scroll down and we see after we calculate the sales tax, the invoice total is $118,770. So to record the invoice for services rendered, we click new and then we click invoice like we did in the previous example. So we save and close this. So we select the drop down, save and close. And then now we're going to create a new invoice. So we select new from the dashboard, invoice. And now we're going to be adding a new customer. So we select add new. And the name of the company is Florida Ski School. And then net 30 is their payment. So we go to terms, net 30. And then the address is 10,900 Chase Road, Windermere, Florida, 34786 is the zip code. And we select save. Our invoice date is 01/10/2027. And we select the diagnostic service from the drop down. And then the quantity, in the previous examples, the quantity was 1, which automatically generates. But in this case, we type 4 as the quantity. So it shows us $2,000. And then in this case, we know that services are not considered taxable. We want to make sure, as it says, that the invoice shows us 1103, which it does. So we select Save and Close. Now it asks us to click on Sales. From our navigation, we select All Sales. We click on the column title Date to sort the report by date. So we sort it by date. Now we see Refugio, number 3, Southtown Sports, 1001, Performance Rentals, 1002, and Florida Ski School, 1003. And we see that Refugio still owes us $70,000. It's open. Southtown Water Sports paid us. Performance Rentals owes us. And Florida Ski School also owes us. So now it wants us to record cash receipts. So in QuickBooks Online, the concept of cash receipts is referred to as receiving payments. Thus, to record the receipt of payment from a customer, you can use the receive payment item in the create menu to record the transaction, or you can use receive payment from the action column in a customer's list of transactions. Once a payment is received, it must be deposited into your bank account. This is a separate but important process in QuickBooks Online. So we continue where we left off. We didn't close out. We go to our dashboard, we select New. Under our customers, we select Receive Payment. And we select Refugio as our customer. We could also type it in. And our date is 01/12/2027. As our payment method, we choose check. And we deposit it to Payments to Deposit. And from there, we place journal entry number 3. We check the box as we see in figure 414, because this lets us know that we are receiving money for the outstanding check. So here it states, recall that when the 2 payments above were received, they were recorded to an account titled Payments to Deposit. So once we record this, then it's going to be important for us to make the bank deposit. So here it's saying click the new icon and select Bank Deposit. So our bank deposit is under Other. So we click Bank Deposit. From there, we select Checking as our account. 01/12/2027 is our date. And we select the deposit, or the payment rather, from Southtown Water Sports, as we see in 416, the $55,145. And we select Save and Close. So in the Wild Water Sports and the cases found at the end of each chapter, you'll be asked to create a trial balance report as of a certain date. You will compare the trial balance report with the one provided in the case to see if it was correctly recorded. And if the trial balance differs, we'll need to fix the errors. An unusual explanation for an incorrect trial balance report is recording a transaction in an incorrect period, not recording it at all, or recording it incorrectly. So to investigate, you will need to create a transaction detail by account report for a specific period. We can create such a report for all transactions to see if yours were recorded in the proper period and to see where we may have entered the wrong amount. So we continue from our work earlier. We click Reports. We click the Custom Reports tab, the trial balance. And from now, the starting date is 01/01/27 to 01/13/2027. So we run the report. And we should see our total debit should equal $498,715, and our total credit should equal the same. We go back to our reports list, and then we click the custom tabs, and we should find our transaction by detail account. So transaction detail by account. We select all dates. And in here, as we look at this information, we see how it ties. All right. So we have 80,145 for our check-in. So the key thing is you want to double check to make sure that the numbers that are here are there. But because our trial balance ties, then that essentially lets us know that we are on the right step. So now it asks us to save the customization, then type transaction detail by account, all dates. All right, and just one key thing to keep in mind, that we can switch to classic view, or we can switch to modern view. It really depends on which you prefer. All right, so this is all dates, we run report, and then this is similar to what we see. So in the classic view, it's similar, the checking, the amounts, and then we can select customize. If we need to, update it, we have the reports for all dates. We're under the accrual. So the next thing for us to do is it states here in line 9, we save the customization, then we type transaction detail by account, all dates. And then from there, we click save. And then we have the option to print it. So we print the report. And then we're pretty much good to go. So again, we want to be sure to verify that the trial balance and the transaction detail by accounts, that it matches. And this report is mentioned, it can help in identifying and correcting errors, if any. So now we've added a customer, product, and service. We've recorded a sales receipt. Keep in mind, a sales receipt will be generated whenever the customer pays us right away. An invoice would be generated whenever we provide a product or a service, and the customer is going to pay us at a later date, so they owe us, and we need to set up accounts receivable. We also accounted for payments received from a customer and a deposit to a bank account. So these are all examples of operating activities and additional operating activities related to purchases and cash payments we will explore when we get to Chapter 5.